locations. So we've got
Sure.
Shelley in Romford, Arthur from Edinburgh, Julie's in Cumbria. We've got Tristan tuning in from Banbury. Welcome one and all. Paul, where are you tuning in from this evening?
Me?
You, definitely you.
I'm in Neath, South Wales.
Very nice, very nice. I'm in sunny, well, foggy, icy Leytonstone, East London. Oh wow, we've got people in Devon, Bournemouth, Chantal's in Dover. We've got another Anjum's in Edinburgh, Toastum's in Wolverhampton. Fantastic, moving
right
fast.
Across the country.
Yeah, marvellous. Marvellous. So thank you so much for joining us this evening. So for those of you who aren't or familiar with our esteemed guest who's joining us this evening, allow me to formally introduce you to Paul Featherstone, the chap who is sitting to my left, but I guess technically the other way around would be my right.
Yeah, I'm on your left, yeah.
Paul is the founder of NACAS. If you're not familiar with what that stands for, it stands for the National Association of Carers and Support Workers, as it says on the big screen. Oh yes, loving the background there. And I'm sure everyone who is on this webinar is no doubt already aware that you're already actually members of NACAS as a result of being approved Curam carers. But we're very mindful of the fact that there is so much that comes with NACAS membership, and we are such huge fans of what NACAS has been doing over the last few years within the care sector, and really kind of creating that membership body for carers. What we'd love to do is talk about, love to find out a bit more about what inspired you, Paul, to set up NACAS in the first instance, and also find out more about how carers can benefit from being NACAS members, and also selfishly why we being Curam have partnered with NACAS as well.
Yeah. I will try my best.
Marvellous. So what we'll do is we'll talk through those bits and pieces, and I know Paul would love to show everyone the NACAS, the benefits platform, and kind of walk through the website as you're talking through the various aspects of NACAS membership. There will obviously be lots of time for questions as well, so do feel free to pop them in the comments box. I can see there is someone that seems to have a hand up. I'm just seeing what that means.
Rosemary.
Yes, Rosemary. I think you've got a hand up, and I don't know if this is like a Teams call where if you want to ask a question, you put your hand up. I don't know. I'm clicking on it. Nothing's. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Okay, crisis averted. Good to know. Right, lovely. So in that case, Paul, if we could start with, as I mentioned before, if you could walk us through your journey to setting up NACAS.
Okay, thank you, and hi everybody. I'm really hoping that this time we don't get any gremlins or ghosts in the machine. It's really nice to meet you all through this webinar. Well, my name's Paul. Like yourself, I'm a care worker. Very proud to call myself a care worker. I guess my inspiration for wanting to set up this organization was that I need to choose my words carefully, but I was really disappointed when I came into social care. I was really disappointed at the way myself and my colleagues were treated by various employers. I really didn't like the fact that, considering the work we did, how important it was, I didn't like the fact that we just didn't have that recognition that I think we deserve, and I'm probably sure that you all feel exactly the same way, that we're just not recognized in the way I think we should. There's the issues around professionalism. I think that we are as professional as anybody else in a health and social care setting, and yet that wasn't something, or still isn't something, that has been properly addressed. So I wanted to set up I wanted to do something. I wasn't sure what that something was. So I, with the support of my wife, who is a registered manager herself, been in social care longer than she cares to remember, but it was her idea to set up, if I'm going to be honest with you, some kind of association that we could bring care workers together. And through this organization, my vision, and it still remains my vision, was to introduce into social care a professional body for for care workers, colleagues of mine, colleagues that I've met, colleagues I've yet to meet, including your good selves. I wanted to set up a professional body for our fantastic vocation. After all, the nurses have got one, social workers have got one, occupational therapists have got one. Why can't care workers have one? So that was my driver, if you like, guys. And as much as I wanted that to be a professional body, I also wanted it to be able to offer some kind of service to care workers so that it could help them with their careers, whether it's mental health advice, whether it's legal advice, whether it's training. I wanted to bring that all together under one umbrella, if you like, and that's what we've been trying to do for the last 5 years. And those of you who are members will know that we offer extensive e-learning courses. We do free, there's the Lone Worker app. I'll go into this in more detail when I show you the member portal a little later on. Absolutely. Lindsay, I could not agree more. In fact, I think we're more important because without us, there'd be no National Health Service. It's us that keep it going. I think we are supremely important. So that's what I try to do. I could go on and on and on and on, guys, but I'll bore you to death. And I don't like the fact that it sounds like it's all about me, but it's not. It's about you guys. Every member who joins NACAS is NACAS, because believe it or not, when you join us, you don't just become a member of an association, you have a voice. And that's perhaps something that we're not doing enough of as an association, but maybe, over coming weeks and months, we can sort of address this. But I hope that's given you a little bit of a flavour of why I was inspired to set up NACAS. I love being a care worker. I think it's one of the best jobs I've ever had, if not the best job. And I think that we are entitled to the professional recognition and status that other people within the health and social care sector have. So thank you for, first of all, thank you for becoming a care worker. Thank you for joining Curam, and thank you for becoming members of NACAS, because without you, we'd have no association. But I'll leave it there. But that was my catalyst. That was my journey into setting up NACAS. If you have any questions, fire them away, and I'll try and answer them as best I can. But I hope that's given you a little bit of a flavour of what NACAS is trying to do. A lot of work to do.
Oh, fantastic. And can I just say here, and echo your words to everyone, saying thank you for joining and for being carers. The carers do absolutely make the world go round. And I think society as we know it would grind to a halt without the incredible work that carers do. And the lack of recognition is utterly appalling, I think. And I think that the work, certainly from Curam's perspective, we are extremely keen to provide a even level playing field, where carers can get the support, the recognition, and also the fair pay that they deserve. We have a question from Zahimisa. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Who would like to know how you join NACAS. I have good news. If you are, you will be an approved Curam carer because you're on this webinar. So therefore, you automatically receive free NACAS membership. So you will have had an email come to your inbox detailing information about that. We can always resend it if needed. So it'd be no problem to resend the invite to you. What I can do is pop my email address. In fact, let me pop it in the chat. Just ping me an email and we can get that sorted. Hang on. I think what my email address was.
I'm just going to answer Lindsay's question.
Yeah, go for it.
I am desperately trying to get Blue Light Card to change their criteria so that it will allow self-employed living carers or self-employed carers. I know Lindsay is mentioning specifically live-in, but I am desperately trying to get a Blue Light Card to reconsider their stance on self-employed care workers. They're not an easy organisation to get in touch with, but it is something that's on my radar and something I am trying to solve. I spoke to them at the care show last September about that, and they said that I needed to get in touch with them so that they could discuss their policies and things like that, which I've done. Yes, you're right, Lindsay, they want a payroll number, which if you're self-employed, you're not going to have.
No.
But I think at the moment, and this might sound a bit harsh, but I think BLC are discriminating against the self-employed care workforce. But leave that with me. I can't promise any instant results, but I am working on it.
Okay, can I just ask, can you tell us for anyone who doesn't know, what a Blue Light Card is?
Yeah, Blue Light Card is it's a discount and benefits card, which is available to anybody who works in the police, fire and ambulance, nurses, social care workers, if they're directly employed. I might have missed somebody out there. I think military personnel as well, they can get the card. However, if you're a self-employed care worker, they are very reluctant, if ever, give you a card. You can have a virtual card, you can have an account, I think. I could be wrong. I'm prepared to be stood corrected on that one, but they won't give you a physical card, which is, I think, a bit unfair. And I'm trying to unpick that and see whether or not we can get BLC to change their mind. I've said if they're a NACAS member, they can give Blue Light Card their membership number, so they are a bona fide care worker. Again, I've not got very far with it, but I'm not going to give up. I'm a bit of a dog with a bone, so I will try my best.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds extremely prohibitive because obviously for self-employed, payroll numbers are not going to be something you are going to, not going to be available, quite simply. Okay, great. And Paul, what I'd love to know is just in terms of you deciding that you wanted to set up a membership body for carers. The early stages of that, how did it work? Were you?
Oh, right.
I know it's corny. Were you at your kitchen table?
No. it literally, yes. Had the idea, had no idea how I was going to turn that idea into reality. Sat in front of a computer with a blank screen and a blinking cursor for about an hour or so before my wife Janet said, well, look, write down what it is you want it to do and things like that. So I, thank goodness I've got a more practical wife, because it was her really who got the ball rolling. And once we had an idea of what we wanted to do, my one of the first things I did was reach out to the stakeholders. So I'm talking about people like the CQC, Social Care Wales, Care England, all of those, in inverted commas, big players, introducing myself, telling them what I wanted to do, which was moderately successful. I got to say, Care England were very supportive.
Yeah.
The CQC were very supportive. Social Care Wales were very supportive but it was really introducing the idea into the sector, which hadn't been done before. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the Healthcare Professions Council, but they're the people who regulate protected professions like nursing and things like that. And they were absolutely chuffed to bits that there was this idiot in Wales was trying to do this, and because they thought it was, you know, something that was overdue. So that's really how it sort of manifested itself. And as I said earlier on in my sort of introduction, if you like, it's the people who are joining, it's the members who drive the association. It's not me anymore. It's people like Lindsay's, people like Gloria's, people like Marcus. Everybody who is a member of the association is so vital, and I don't take any of you for granted whatsoever. But every single member who is part of this organisation is helping to drive it forward and further cement its position within the social care sector. And it's like, how can I put it? It's the groundswell. If we get a significant membership, and I'm talking several thousand members, excuse me, then we have a very loud voice, and people will have to sit up and take notice. I'm not going to bore everybody here because everybody knows the issues that we face. But if we can channel that frustration, channel that anger, channel that desire to see change through us, because we can speak directly with the stakeholders now. I mean, we can do it via Curam, because Curam has got a big voice in the sector. We can, if we do it correctly, I definitely think that we can manifest change, which I think we all need to see. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not getting too sort of technical or too sort of
Great.
But that's what I want to see NACAS doing in the next 5 to 10 years. I think we've got such a massive role to play.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Paul, we've had some great questions. Guys, thank you so much for posting your questions. For anyone who has just joined, you can just type them in the comments box below. I don't know, perhaps, Paul, if you want to perhaps just run through the questions, and then maybe you can give us a demo of NACAS's various amazing benefits and a walk through the website.
Okay, so Rosemary, I've just answered your question. We now hold over 10,000 members. Every one of them super special. Is there an ID card? Yes, there is. Marcus, we do have an ID card. We don't send them out automatically, because what we try to do is keep our carbon footprint as low as we can. But if somebody wants a plastic hard copy ID, we will gladly send you one out. Marcus, if you've set up your account on the portal, and I'll go through that in a minute, and you've uploaded a photograph, we will absolutely send you a card out. There's no problem with that whatsoever. I missed one.
Yeah, there's a question from Gloria.
Gloria,
Hi,
how
Gloria.
can you help to enroll for an online enhanced DBS? 2 ways, Gloria. One, you can do that directly from the member portal, and I'll show you that in just a while. But now that I know that you're looking for an enhanced DBS, I'll ask Zoe to send you the link to get one started. I hope that's okay. For anybody who is looking to do a DBS, it's something we can do for you. And it's the turnaround for the DBS is around about 2 to 3 working days. Our record so far has been 3 hours, so but it can vary. I just thought I'd throw that one in. NACAS, is it generally recognised? Do we have a membership card yet? So Adesola, yes, NACAS is recognised by the people I just mentioned, people like CQC and Skills for Care. They do recognise us. They don't, because of the nature of the organisations, they won't publicly recognise organisations. It's not something that they do. but from conversations that we've had with them, they absolutely support what we do and recognise what we do. And the membership card, yes, same as the answer to Marcus, we do have a membership card, and if you'd like to have one, let us know and we'll get one sent out to you. Is there any way we could get membership IDs? Elizabeth, I hope I've answered that question. When I, speaking to Adesola there and Marcus, we can give you an ID card. That's no problem whatsoever. It'll cost you 120 quid. No, it won't. No, it won't. I'm only joking. We'll send you a card out. It's not a problem at all. And how can we get actively involved? That is a really good question.
I mean, they're all good questions.
Yeah, but that is a Brahma. Rosemary, if I can get back to you on that one, but we'd love to have you directly involved. There's lots of things that we are talking about here in the office. We're talking about having an ambassador scheme where people within a certain area can just, all we'd ask you to do is promote NACAS, talk about us, and try and get the word out. That's something we're looking at. We're looking at arranging more of these webinars so we can talk about things like professionalization and recognition and registration and things like that. But I'd love to get back to you, Rosemary, on that one, and maybe we can have a little chat about it. And if anybody else likes what NACAS is doing and wants to get involved with us, that would be absolutely great. That would be absolutely fantastic, because that was one of my aims and objectives, is now that the organization's set up, it needs people's input. It needs your input to set our agenda, if you like. So absolutely, you can get involved. You can get involved. We'd love you to get involved. I just don't have any specific thing to say about that in terms of specific roles. But like I said, regional ambassadors is something that we are having a look at, and maybe we'll sort of expand on that over the next 12 months or so. But please, love to have you involved. The more the merrier.
Amazing. Oh, marvelous. I hope this is the beginning of a whole new movement of NACAS. Taking up arms is not the right term, but you know what I mean. No, everyone uniting.
You're absolutely right, Annika. You're absolutely spot on, because we need to give the care workforce a platform in which to sort of express themselves, and and tell us how they're feeling about their day-to-day work, because being a care worker ain't easy. It is fundamentally rewarding, but it's really hard work, fabulous work, but hard work. And it's not something anybody can do. I think those of us who do this job are really special people.
Totally agree. Hands down. Marvelous. And just scrolling back up the chat, Francesca, I think you might have a query for our carer support team, just with regards to looking for work opportunities. I'll pop our email address in that will get you straight through to the carer team, carer support. Ooh, here we go. So if you want to reach out to them, I know that they'd be happy to help. They aren't working right now. They will be back on tomorrow, though. Marvelous. And Paul, I would love to if we could also just touch on our partnership.
Yeah, more than
Curam
happy.
And NACAS.
Yeah, more than happy. So as far as NACAS and Curam, it's fair to say that when I can't actually remember how I got introduced to Patrick. Mm-hmm. But somewhere along the line, I got introduced to this amazing guy, Patrick. We got talking about NACAS and what we were trying to do. And there was just an instant synergy with what NACAS was trying to achieve and what Curam were trying to achieve. And it's just developed from there. And we've got this amazing partnership with Curam now, where you are obviously promoting NACAS membership to your approved care workers. I know that we are working on other things like increasing the amount of training that we can offer the care workforce, but it's just a fabulous partnership. And that is how I see some of the changes being brought about into social care. It's having these working partnerships like this, where we can sort of share ideas, share mutual thinking. And it's a brilliant thing that we've got going, I think, with Curam, and to have the support of, you know, such a respected agency, if I can use that word.
Sorry, Paul, you can't use that word.
Sorry, I can't use the word agency, guys. So pretend
We're
I
not an
never.
agency.
So pretend I never use that word.
That's okay.
But
that's fine.
To have this this organizational partnership with Curam is brilliant, and you know, I think we both, as both organizations, are mutually benefiting from it. It's a great thing, you know, and
I mean, undoubtedly.
And it's probably a template for other partnerships that the organization has as well. But certainly Curam is one of our, if not the biggest supporter of our organization. We're very, very proud of that.
Yeah, fantastic. No, we're absolutely delighted and incredibly proud to not only have partnered with NACAS, but to give all carers access to your membership.
Yeah.
The whole host of benefits, which segues very nicely on to Paul. If you could tell us more about what the carers have access to, what they can enjoy as a result of being a NACAS member.
This is what I wanted to do last time, guys. I wanted to share my screen with you because it's easier for me to show you what being a member means and what you get from being a member. And unfortunately, it just didn't work because we couldn't get the internet to work. So just bear with me a minute, and I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully this will work. So hopefully you should all now be seeing the NACAS website homepage.
Yep, lovely.
Yeah, so I'll just carry on with this. So this is the NACAS website homepage. You land on this, and it's from here or through the member portal that you can actually join the association. But just a little bit about the website. This is the public face of the association, and it tells people who land on it a little bit about what we do, tells you about the benefits here and things like that. And more importantly, it's got the membership types and the membership benefits. So just quickly going through the membership benefits. We've spoken about the free online courses, and at the moment we are using Quintil. So there's 40 courses on there, and we've also got a partnership with NHS Digital, and there are over 200 e-learning courses on there. So we've got over 240 e-learning courses, all free, all included in your membership. We've also got continuous personal development courses. That's what CPD stands for. Now we have a partnership with Grey Matter Learning, Allison Learning, and we've also got a skin tear course, which I'll show you a little bit later on. We offer free legal advice. We are partnered by Hogan Lovells, who are one of the top 10 legal firms in the entire world, which is really cool. If you're lone working, then we've got a lone worker app, but I think you get that through a similar kind of thing through your registration with Curam, if I'm not mistaken.
It's on the app. Yeah,
so it's something very similar. We do health and well-being support. So if you ever felt as though you needed to talk to somebody because you're in a bit of a dark place, what I would urge you to do is I'm no counselor, but I would just say that if you're in that situation and you've got membership of NACAS, please use this, because it can be, really useful to you. So NACAS Rewards, that is our version of the blue light card, if you like. We've got loads and loads and loads of benefits, shopping, discounts, and things like that. I'll show you a bit more about that in a little while. We've got car insurance extras. We've got the Pocket Carer app, which is very popular with self-employed care workers. We've got a GP 24-hour GP helpline, and I'll explain more about that in a minute. We've mentioned DBS. And we also, if you are in Scotland and you want to join or rejoin the PVG scheme, then we can act as a signatory for any application. Then we've got access to liability insurance, and that one there, I'm not quite sure where that one come from, but yeah, we've got this little benefit through discounted funeral plans, something we probably don't really want to talk about. So that's a little bit of an overview of our benefits, and I'll talk more about that when we get into the portal proper. And these are our membership tip types. So we've got, sorry about that, guys. So we've got Care Professional Plus, and Independent. The Care Professional is what I'd say is our meat and bread type of membership. It's got all those things there that I'll go through very shortly when we go onto the portal as well. The Professional Plus, that's the same as this one, plus the mental health support. And this one here is specifically designed for the self-employed care sector. We put this together with a company called the Independent Living Group. So you pay one fee, and you are members of both NACAS and the ILG, who offer additional support for the self-employed care workforce. So that is what's primarily on the NACAS website. But what I want to do is talk more about the portal. Mm-hmm. So you get to that directly from the website through this lovely big black button here. So I'll just click on that. And this is what you will get when you come to the portal page. It'll ask you to log in up here. So I'll do that. You should all have had, if you've got your NACAS membership, you should have all been sent a link to set up your portal account, because once you've done this and logged in, it will allow you access to all the private member content, which I'm going to go through with you now. So if you haven't had that link, please email us, and we'll make sure to send it out to you, because without that link, you can't get access to all the goodies behind these headings. So I'll just log in to my account, and that's what you'll have once you've logged in. This is my personal profile page. Okay, and I don't mind showing you this. I won't show you my password, but you'll have your own dashboard. It'll tell you about your account. You can upload, you can edit your personal details. It'll tell you what your membership.
So, sorry to interrupt, Paul. I think maybe you might need to reshare the tab, because we're still looking at a button that says Member Portal. I'm not sure if you've clicked into it.
Right, okay. So you should be able to see, I'll go back out. Can you see that, everybody?
No, we're still looking at the same screen.
We're still looking at the same thing. Okay, right, can you see it now?
Yes. There we
okay,
go.
Sorry about that. That was my fault. I didn't click the tab button. I do apologize.
It's not very user-friendly, the screen sharing.
Yeah. So this is the member portal. So you come from the NACAS website, you'll click the member portal button, and you'll land on this portal homepage. It'll ask you to log in, which is what I'll do now. And once you're logged in, this is what you'll have as your own personal profile page. And there you can see details of your account, what communication preferences you've had. We only send emails to everybody when we've got some news to share with you all. And that's what we try and do. I know that some of you have had emails from us and you've had them in triplicate. Apologies for that. I have spoken to our software provider for that, and he assures us that that's been looked at. So if you've had 4 of the same email from us, I am really sorry. But hopefully it's been resolved. But on here, guys, this is what you will have as your own personal profile. Okay. Now then, if I just go through the navigation bar at the top, what we've tried to do is label every heading, the main headings for all the benefits that we have. So if I just click on the training, for example, hopefully now you can see a tab that says training or a page that says training. There's a little bit of public facing information, tells you all about the training that we offer. And these are all the people that we are partnered with in terms of delivering the training. And then down the bottom here, this is the bit that interests you. This is where you access your accounts. So if I click on Quintil, it takes me to the Quintil tab, and there's my login button to take me to my personal e-learning account. And that's behind that tab there. If you're not a member, then you wouldn't get access to this page. You wouldn't land on it, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. If I go back, I mentioned the NHS digital one. Mm-hmm. Again, very similar. You click on that, and there's your login button to take you to your NHS digital training. I'll just click on it. You can see mine. Okay. This is what will happen when you click on the NHS digital one. And if I click browse the catalogue, it'll just give you an overview of just how many courses there are. So that is the entire catalogue of courses on NHS digital. Now, I have to say that maybe a lot of these are designed for healthcare professionals, but there are some really, really, really great health and social care courses on here that you might want to get into. So as you can see, there's nearly over 200 of them here. So that's just to give you a little bit of an overview of what's available to you through your membership. That's it. So that's NHS digital e-learning. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. If I come back out of that, come back again, go back to the training tab. I mentioned that we have a Repair the Tear course. This is a free, fully accredited skincare training course.
Amazing.
Which has been delivered in partnership with Richardson Healthcare. All you need to do is from the portal, if I go back, click the Repair the Tear tab, and there is the register button, and you just register your interest there, and they will then get back to you with all the relevant information about the course. Okay, so that's something you might want to look at. As you can see there, we are partnered with Richardson Healthcare. And that's really an overview of the training element. There's Alison as well, training courses. I know it's quite good, Alison, but the only problem with Alison is you have to pay for your certificate if you complete the course. And again, I'm trying to sort of get them to change their minds, but there are loads and loads of courses, again, completely free through your membership.
That is amazing.
Yeah, we're quite proud of it. So that's the training. That's the training. Now, the template one, I am going to show you this, but I am very, very aware that through your Curam registration, you will get templates from Curam. Use your Curam templates. Don't use ours, because you've got them there to use. But if there are any templates that we've got that Curam don't have, then, you know, maybe you'd like to think about doing it. But I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview of the types of templates that we have. Things like that. You know, finance, if you're self-employed, there's a finance template to help with your finances and things like this. complaints procedure template and things like that. But I'm just showing you that because it's in the portal. If you're getting a template through Curam, please use the Curam one. There's no need for you to use these, but it is there. It is there in the portal. The discount and offers. If I mentioned NACAS rewards to you, I'm going to show you my account just to give you an idea. Hopefully it would land on the page. It's thinking about it. There you go. So you might have seen something. You might have seen something similar, but this is a discount marketplace, if you like, where you can get discounts on lots and lots of different things. I'm not going to click them all, everybody, because it'd just be a little bit boring. But it just gives you a flavour there. There's there's Samsung, Apple, all these kind of things where they all have their own little various deals. And again, Tesco, if you want to save a little bit of money on your weekly shop, you can download a voucher there. It's a really good little platform. It kind of mimics what Blue Light Card does, but without the physical card. It's all done remotely and digitally through this platform. But as you can see, this is our own NACAS branded one. So that's there. Again, that's available to you as part of your membership. What else can I show you on the portal here? Oops. Somebody asked about DBSs. Again, through the portal, click on the DBS tab, click on the enhanced DBS check, and then you just click here to start an application. When you click that and you complete the registration process, we are then informed, and either myself, Zoe, or Shannon will get back to you and tell you what we need, what's needed next. So you can actually start your DBS application directly from the portal. I'll just go through that again for you. I do appreciate I'm sort of rattling through it a little bit. So you click on the DBS tab, it opens the page up, click on Enhanced DBS, and then click there, and that starts a DBS application. And that's what you'll see there, okay? Welcome to the National Association of Care Support Workers applicant portal. And this is what you then click on to start your DBS application. Okay. I also mentioned briefly the PVG scheme, which is exclusive to Scotland. If you need to have a PVG application or you want to rejoin, again, from the portal, click on the DBS tab, click on PVG applications, and then you will then download the existing member application or a scheme or the joint scheme, download the form, fill it in, send it back to us at NACAS, and we then forward it to Disclosure Scotland on your behalf, and they will then process your PVG. Again, as all done through your portal. The resources tab, this is a whole host of self-help guides. Sometimes you're sitting down with a cup of coffee and you just want to quickly read over something. This is the idea behind this resource tab here. So you've got things like infographics. I'll just point that out. I'll just click on that. There we go. I think there's over 70 little infographics here that you can download if you want to learn a little more safeguarding, if you want to learn a little bit more about Alzheimer's or anything like that. We've got posters. So if you've got an office and you want to put it up on the posters, an aid memoir or something like that, you can download the poster. So as you can see, there's a lot of headings here that are designed to help you in your career and help you to sort of improve your knowledge. And again, that is all available to you through your membership, completely free, gratis, and for nothing. And I would strongly recommend you have a look at those because they're really good. Some information about there for personal assistance, how to become a personal assistant. And we've got a NACAS tab If you want to use our logo as a member, you're entitled to use our logo on your stationery or any marketing materials that you may or may not, that you may use. All we ask is that you just comply with a little bit of a common sense rules, just to protect our logo and protect yourselves. So you can request our logo. We've got a windscreen sticker to say that you're on call in the area, and there's information about your ID card. I'm sorry about the mugshot, guys, but if you wanted an ID card, then generally you just email member services and we get one sent out to you. But if you'd like any of those, again, just let us know and we will wing one out to you, no problem at all. I'll just do this one last. It doesn't really apply to Curam carers because it comes, you get your liability insurance included with your registration, I believe. I think that's right. But this is just to say that we've got our own little tie-in with Mark Bates for people who are self-employed, who are not members of Curam, and they can get some discounted liability insurance. So that really is just a brief overview of what's on the portal, what you get with your membership. I didn't touch on motoring. I'll just do that briefly.
Yeah, do that, because I remember in our last session there was lots of people asking about the. I know you mentioned various aspects.
Yeah. So what we've tried to do here, I mean, it might be a little bit ambitious, but what I did, I reached out to this company here, Key Worker Car Leasing, because they had a scheme during COVID where nurses and nursing professionals could get admin-free leasing agreements. And I thought, well, if the nurses can have it, why can't care workers? So I had a chat with them and they said, yes, we're quite happy to do the same deal for care workers as long as they're members of NACAS. And what it basically does, guys, it means you've got a car leasing option directly through these people. They're really nice people to talk to. And if you want to sort of lease a car for your work, you can do that through your membership and you don't pay any administration or setup costs. So that's there. Again, it's a benefit you can use if you want it. If you don't want it, then that's fine, but it's there if you need it. And lastly, the health and well-being, that's the one I was telling you about, where we've got the confidential, sorry, not the confidential, I'll come back to that in a minute. It's the mental health support, things like that. You get that from here. The 24-hour GP support, that is a scheme that sits alongside your normal GP service. But what it does, if you cannot get an appointment with your GP, and God knows, we all know how difficult it is these days to get an appointment with your GP, but you'd like to have some GP advice, this is for you. It's a great little scheme. I'll just click it here. You've got this general phone number here. Phone that phone number. Tell them why you're ringing, and one of the doctors will call you back at the time at the allotted time, and they'll discuss whatever issue you have. But the most important thing to remember: this is an addition to your normal GP practice. It doesn't replace it. It bolsters it, if you like. So if you need some quick GP support and advice, this is really great. I've used it once. I couldn't fault it. It's really, really good. This one here, I hope and pray that you never have to do this, but we've got this tie-in with a company called Say So. Say So help people with whistleblowing issues. If you ever have to do that and you're a little bit unsure as to where to go, what to do, what to say, you can use Say So, and they will listen to what you have to report to them. It's all done confidentially, and they will assist you through that process. It's a great little thing, this. Really, really good. And last but not least, I'm not going to do that one, guys, because that's an old hat. We don't have it anymore, so I need to take that down. So that's that. I haven't mentioned the legal advice, have I, really? So this is our legal advice. Hogan Lovells will offer NACAS members a free legal advice in the form of a clinic. Now, this is not one of these 15-minute quick chat type of things. This is a proper clinic where they will discuss with you any issues that you have in terms of employment issues, you know, clients not paying your invoices on time or things like that. They will offer that advice to you completely free to anybody who requires it. The way it works is that we are notified by a member they've got an issue. If we can solve it, because if it's like just a general query, then Hogan Lovells have given us some fact sheets that we can chat around, you know, we discuss with you. But if it's more complex, then we will then pass that on to Hogan Lovells on your behalf with your permission, and then Hogan Lovells will get back to you and help you with the issue. Once we refer you to Hogan Lovells, you're then in a lawyer-client relationship, and NACAS doesn't have any more to do with it once we've referred you to Hogan Lovells, and they then take it up on your behalf. And we've also got a little bit of a tie-in with a company called Truth Legal if you've got any immigration issues. So again, all completely free, available to you via your membership. I think that's it, guys. That's it. I don't want to bore you too much. I mean, it can be a bit of information overload. I appreciate that. If you have any issues at all with what I've just gone through, you've missed something and you want me to go through with you again, I am more than happy to do that, you know, through an email or something like that. But I hope that's given you a little bit of a flavour of what you're getting through Curam paying your membership for you. It's yeah, I think it's fantastic. Can I just add though, before I stop sharing my screen, these are all the tangible benefits for joining the association. That's one part of our work. The other part of our work is liaising with the movers and shakers in social care, representing you guys, trying to raise issues, and being your voice when we are talking to people about the care working vocation and what we'd like to see changed. And that could be national, local government. So there's two arms of being a member of NACAS. One is the political side, if we can call it that. And the other side is this, the tangible side, the benefit side. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen, guys, because I think I've probably bored you to death. But hopefully that has given you a little bit of a flavour of what we are trying to do.
I think that's been really comprehensive. Thank you so much for taking us all through that. We've had a few questions come in. So if I just scroll back up through the chat, we have one question here, which is, what level of membership do Curam carers have?
Where are we?
So, hang on. Let me just, oh, sorry, every time I touch my mouse, it moves up and down. So let me just find that question. Oh, I've got it here and I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce this name right, so apologies in advance. Macledge? I don't know if you can see that in the chat, Paul.
I'm scrolling through the questions. I'm not quite sure where you are, Annika. I'm looking at, do you provide a trainer course?
Oh,
that's Elizabeth. Good question,
Elizabeth.
Right up.
Yeah, no, look, if you're there, you work through those questions, Paul. Just ignore me. You'll get to that one I just asked.
Okay. Elizabeth has asked, do we do a trainer course? Short answer is no, Elizabeth, but it's something that we are going to be doing. We are piloting practical training courses here in Neath from March. Now, I appreciate that people in Edinburgh and you know and Devon and places like that can't expect you to come to Neath for your training. It's way too far. But the plan is is if there's sufficient demand for practical training courses and we can find ways around the logistics, then we will try and open training centres in other parts of the country. It's a big ask at the moment, but as with any journey, you know, it starts with the first step. But we are planning on doing trainer courses at some point in the future, but I can't give you a specific time frame, Elizabeth. I'm probably not quite the answer you're looking for, but we will be looking to do that at some point in the future. Can we get the link to register on the portal? Fowler, no problem. If you haven't already had it, then we'll get it sent out to you.
Fowler, I don't know if you can see my notes in the chat with Curam's email address, but if you just email saying you need your NACAS membership.
Sorry, I've just disappeared at the moment. I'm just going to try something.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to get out more, Annika? Okay.
I'll put the email just in the chat anyway.
Hopefully this will work. Here, there's the link to set your account up.
Ooh. Well, that's exciting.
All right.
Fantastic.
So there's the link.
I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is at the top of the chat.
Yeah.
For anyone who wants to.
Zahamisa, I apologize if I pronounced your name wrong. You don't have to pay anything if you're a registered and approved carer with Curam. Your membership is covered by the lovely people at Curam.
It is indeed. And if you haven't had the information emailed to you about your membership, then just pop us an email to carer@Curam Care and we'll get that sorted.
Right. Fowler has asked about what email do we request the ID card from. Well, Fowler, you've just asked for one, so we'll make sure we get one out to you. But here is our general email.
Brilliant.
Bear with me while I type this out. So there's the inquiries at email. You can use that to request a card, but Fowler, you've already done that, so I'll make sure we get one sent out to you. Sarah, you're more than welcome. Laura, you're more than welcome. We have problems with some agents that, okay, I can't comment on that. Can we get the link? I've just shared that with everybody. How do I get certificates for the NHS digital trainings? I have done some, but didn't get the certificate. Okay, so that's Omitola. I'm going to make a note of that because you should be able to get a certificate. So it's Omitola. NHS Dig certificate. So I've made a note of that. I will look into the Omitola and I will email you with what I find for you, but you should have been able to get a certificate. Got to go. Great webinar. Thanks, Rosemary. Look forward to speaking to you soon. All right. Okay. What's the email address? I've just shared that. Praise. Inquiries@nacas.org.uk. The link, Rosemary, I know Rosemary's gone now, isn't she? But the link is there. What level of membership do Curam have? You have the general membership. That's a wonderful name. Is that Makiesh? Is it? Is that how you pronounce the name? I
don't know. I'm slightly anxious. I completely murdered it, so I can only apologise.
Yeah. So you get standard membership in NACAS, which we hope that you thoroughly enjoy using. What is the duration of the courses that you provide? I've accessed some of the courses. Each course will have its own specific length of time, but the good thing about doing these courses, Gloria, is that you can start and finish them at your own pace. So you don't have to you don't have to start the course and finish it on in the same time frame. You can always go back to it. So I hope that answers your question there. There is no set time frame. You just do it at your own pace. You know, what suits you best. That's probably the best way of answering that one, really. I wish Tristan, I'm the marketing manager.
Sorry,
Annie.
That's all right. Tristan was asking if I was one of the co-founders of Curam. I was saying, I can only dream of being a Curam founder. I so wish I'd come up with it, because it's such a fantastic system. I know
about the training, can you just decentralize it and mean not just the one region? Absolutely, Adesola. I'd love to say to you right now that we're going to open training centres right across the country, but at the moment we are just piloting it here in the NACAS office. We're going to see how that goes. We're going to monitor the demand for the courses, and if we can, and we can work around the logistics, then we'll certainly look at putting on training in other areas of the United Kingdom. But I'm not going to fib to you, so I can't give you a specific time frame, but that's the ambition, is to make sure that we can get this training out to a lot more people. Yeah, Annika is the co-founder of NACAS, of Curam.
I've co-founded everything. Lots and lots of people are asking for ID cards, and I just want to remind everyone. Let me just pop this email address. In fact, I might pin that to the top. If anyone wants an ID card, do email inquiries at nacas.org.uk. So look, I'll pin that to the top, so everyone has it.
Email inquiries, and when you email us, could you attach a photograph of yourself, head and shoulder shot preferably, because we'll use that on your card. So yeah, please, absolutely, as Annika says, email inquiries and attach a head and shoulder picky of your good selves, because without that, we you know, your card will be incomplete. So yeah, send us your request and we will get your card out to you, no problem at all.
Gertrude's just said that, Gertrude, welcome. Don't worry about the fact you've joined late. We will be emailing out a recording afterwards, so that will be winging its way to you in the coming days. Laura, I have no doubt you will look excellent on your ID. I'm sure you could definitely get an ID for your cat as well, perhaps, just as an addition. Love that.
Where are you now? Thank you, Paul.
I'm right down at the very bottom. Shall I put a final call out?
Charlie, there's so many questions here.
It's amazing. It's fantastic. You know, the more
lots and lots of you mentioning blue light card. I'm absolutely on your side there, guys. And for those who didn't catch my last preamble on blue light card, I am trying to get them to listen to me and to change their criteria for self-employed care workers. It is very hard for them to, you know, it's very hard for me to sort of break down, get past some of the gatekeepers. But believe me, I will really try hard to get, you know, to get them to change their mind. You're more than welcome. Senjiwe, I think that is how you pronounce your name. If not, again, I apologize. You're more than welcome. I'm hoping we can, with Annika's help, we'll do more of these webinars.
Absolutely.
And we'll touch on, we'll touch on subjects like professionalization. What does that mean? We'll talk about registration. Maybe we'll talk about anything really that is relevant to us as care workers that we want to talk about, because the information you give us from those, hopefully, scheduled webinars when we get around to doing them, that will help shape our agenda, and it will also give us more ammunition to take to the Department of Health and Social Care and people like that, because you guys need to be listened to. Is membership renewable? As long as you stay with Curam, your membership will automatically renew each year. If you decide, if your relationship with Curam comes to an end, then you can choose to become an individual member if that's what you'd like to do. I hope that answers your question, Osborne, with that one. Julie, you're more than welcome. Gloria, more than welcome. I think these webinars are really useful. Okay, what else have we got? Okay, thank you so much. You're welcome. You like an ID card? Yeah. ID card.
Yeah, lots of love for the ID card.
Yeah, praise. Thank you so much. To those of you who you missed the beginning, no worry, Rosie. I think Annika said there's going to be a recording of this, so you can
absolutely, yeah.
You can you can catch up with all the bits and bobs that you didn't quite get to. But lovely that you've joined us anyway. Laura, same to you. Have a great week. But thanks for joining us. Membership card, yes. What is the cost of upgrading to a higher membership? Maciej, if you speak to Jessica or Annika about that, they can probably give you the detail on how to get to the higher membership option. If you'd like to do that, have to go, but many thanks. God bless you, Shelley. Thanks for joining us. Bum, 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 bum. Some of you have said that you'd like to get actively involved with NACAS. I will get back to you on that, and hopefully I'll arrange a call with you and we can talk about what you'd like to do for us. That'd be great. Joy, I've been a member for NACAS. God, Joy, hi Joy, how are you? I've been a member of NACAS for quite some time. However, I'm unable to log into members portal as it does not recognize my email address. Right, okay. Joy, I will look into that for you. There shouldn't be an issue there. I won't share your email address with everybody on here, but I will look into that and get back to you to make sure that we've got the email address correct on your portfolio. Osborne, you're welcome. Sarah, oh, I think I've caught up. It's been really great.
Brilliant, brilliant. We're getting a few questions from people with regards to looking for work opportunities. Anything relating to finding work, if you can email carer@curamcare.com. Hang on, I will pop the email address in the chat. There we go. Feel free to pop the team an email. They'll be online tomorrow, who can assist you with anything relating to anything Curam. And a final call for any last questions for Paul. Now is your time.
Yeah.
It's been such a great session though, and it's just been, I'm so relieved, frankly, that it's gone so well, and we've actually had the opportunity to really find out all about NACAS, and also have a really good deep dive into looking through the website and all the perks and the benefits. And I know it's so much more than discounts and
it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it is. It is far more than that. But I'm encouraged by I'm encouraged by your comments. I've got so many things going around in this head of mine that which are going to need your input. I'll have a chat with Annika about how we can facilitate those ideas and get you more involved in trying to help reshape what we do as an association, because it's, again, I'm just going to repeat what I said at the start. It is you guys who are members of NACAS who have the right to shape what we do as an association. You're not just a name on a database. You can really help us shape what we do as an association. And I know that many of you have said, now I'd like to get more involved, which is fantastic. And I will get back to you on that. So watch this space, guys. There's a lot more that we're going to be doing over the next 12 months or so.
The whole kind of essence around, just mobilizing and everyone getting together in support is such a positive outcome from this evening. So I definitely look forward to discussing that in more detail. Okay, so goodness me, 8:15. Where's the time go? Oh, Rosie,
Oh,
if
Hannah,
you
that's
are
great news.
don't worry, it's so easy to accidentally pop your emails into spam. I do it all the time. So I think what you need to do is add NACAS to your contacts again. But if you email Kara at Curam Care, we can resend your NACAS membership email out to you, and then you should just be able to go into your spam folder and get it out again.
Just very quickly, can I respond to Omatola's brilliant question? Does getting certificates on NACAS give us more chances of getting a job with the NHS? One of the things that we are trying to do, Omatola, is have a much more tied in relationship with the National Health Service. We do have contacts that we can use. One of our directors is a registered nurse, so she has she's able to sort of point me in certain directions within the NHS. But ultimately, we would like to see NACAS members who have done training through NACAS, proper training through NACAS, when they go for a job with the NHS, present, this is, I'm a member of NACAS, this is the training I've done. We would absolutely want to see that being a help to you and anybody else progressing from social care into healthcare. But I've got to be honest with you, Omatola, we're not quite there yet, but we are working on it. I mean, all of this stuff that I'm talking to you about tonight, you probably wouldn't even be aware of that we are doing. But I can elaborate more on that as we do more of these types of webinar, and we can have discussions around this, which is really exciting. So thank you, Annika, for letting me just address Omatola's question there.
That was a great question and a fabulous answer, and thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us all this evening. I think we are now at the point that it's time to wrap up.
I think so. It's gone so quickly, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, it really has. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in this evening. It's been a really great session. Paul, I've absolutely loved having the opportunity to hang out with you tonight, and I'm so delighted that it all has gone swimmingly and we've had the chance to actually have a good old nosy around NACAS and all the amazing things. And I hope this is the start of something very exciting in terms of people getting involved and pitching in and helping out and supporting NACAS more actively as well.
And thank you, everybody, and thank you for what you do. Take care and stay safe.
Yeah, thanks so much. And just to remind everyone, you will be getting a recording of tonight's session, so I will be getting that out to you. It will either be Thursday or Friday this week. It will be coming to your inbox. Thanks again so much to everyone for joining us, and look forward to the next one.
Yeah, me too. Take care,
Thanks,
buddy.
everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.